As an autistic person, pretty much, I am dearly surprised how many people actually prefer to still not say the truth. Like they don't, like they literally just want to go away from the truth because it hurts the abuser's feelings. Like in the cases where, for example, ICE agents or just pedophilia and everything else, people prefer to really protect those losers and parasites basically rather than really help the kids because the mentality that people have also really is just like, oh no, what are we gonna do, we aren't as powerful. Now I understand it's like really a generational thing because the younger generation really isn't fucking with that anymore. At least those who are willing to take the step to it, to do stuff like this. I am one of those, to be honest. But um, the Epstein files, really, for example, is something that is since the 19th, something like really in the 19 area, like the 19th. And it's really like, I don't know, like 6 million files. You can understand files, videos, those are just the files. We don't know how much data or like gigabytes and stuff like that really. Or matter of fact, I didn't really check that, but still, just 6 million files. Just 6 million. I'm pretty sure there are a bit of more, to be honest. But kids, kids. I'm like 180 centimeters something, and when I see a kid, the only thing I think about is, oh my god, this small child is so small to the point that we need to protect the child, even if it ain't my child. Then you have these 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 60-year-olds, or something. Like, people are just above 18 being interested in, like, a 3-year-old, a 10-year-old. And this is, like, regardless of any gender or race or just, anybody. Like, you have adults that are supposed to protect their children, and instead of doing that, they're like, let's have with a child. Let's have sex with a child. They're like, now you gotta understand the whole Trump files, like the whole Trump case. Like this is the reason why the Epstein himself literally stated that Trump is one of the worst peoples ever because he ended up auctioning off kids. Like you gotta understand, those kids were definitely crying, bleeding, or in pain, and just hearing a child cry. Like if you're a person that loves to hear a child cry, you're mentally fucked and you need to get checked. Like that's just fact. You can even look it up because a child is literally like if you look at a puppy, for example, if you don't guide a puppy, it's gonna die. Now, I'm using animals because some people literally have more empathy for animals than humans, which I understand, and for obvious reasons, yeah. But still, you gotta realize, a puppy is literally a baby, or even a kitten, or even any baby animal. Humans are not that far from literally animals, to be honest. We have connections to rats, we have connections to pigs, we have connections to like many other animals. Now try to use that empathy, right, for a baby. And try to imagine yourself hurting that small puppy or just that small kitten. You can't, right? You have some people that can, and those people are just fucking mentally ill also. But you can't, right? You can't bring yourself to do that. Let alone have be able to even do the things that they did to babies. Which right now you can eat a baby, possibly some neighbor's child or something. In the background, like I'm gonna have to really, if I ever go in the city again and I see a adult or any man, to be honest, just hitting on a woman and just being disrespectful, I'm gonna have to hold myself now from beating up that person, because for example, I've been on Grinder even, and I've literally just seen how adults literally get offended by me saying, "Hey, I'm not interested. You're like what, 30 fucking years older than me. 30 years." A man's got offended. A adult. Not like, not only that. These losers, matter of fact, let's just call them losers. They're just losers. These loser society people, they're just parasites. And I'm not talking about, let's say you're autistic and you have lack of ability to really do certain things or stuff like that. I'm talking about people that are literally just parasites, like actual fucking losers, not people call you a loser type of shit because I don't know, some other reason that isn't harmful to humans or just the planet in general. Because let's be honest, the only people that really want to be a outcast, just so edgy and stuff like that. Like I'm really talking about that specific group, are people that literally don't have anything going on for themselves. Like look at the rich people, for example. Look how disconnected they are with society and everything else. Like Netso, the company Netso, the owner himself, literally he wants to withhold water from people. Matter of fact, they're already doing it right now. Like the whole world is just so upside down. We're so much we're at a turning point. Like we are just at a turning point. Like this is just like you know I held a kid's hand once because the kid wandered off. I was in a restaurant like what last year. I helped a kid up, you know. I still have the memory in my head. Like a kid literally took my hand because I offered him to go to his parents, and I showed him his parents, and the kid went. I felt the kid's hands, and the kid's hands were so soft and so innocent. Like I have another story, I guess, about for example, another kid that just came up to me when I was working at my shitty company, which was what Choice, like a Surinamese company, South basically, Choice South. And the kid just randomly came up to me and just started talking about like if Santa was real. It was during like Christmas or some shit. I was like, oh my god, well, what do you think? The kid literally said like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Smart kid, I guess, but it was just so random way. And literally just another image of how innocent a child is. And surprisingly, it's raining, but still. Like, okay, if people actually want a system to protect kids, everything needs to fall. Like, literally everything, the whole structure that they have created needs to fall. And that means really exposing uncomfortable situations, and people are not really willing to do that, but that's the truth. Like, that's literally the truth. Any celebrity that's in those files, any neighbor, what the fuck, it's just needs to just fucking like face the consequences of literally being in those files, just being a part of those things, as in public shaming, execution, even, or whatever is needed, because those crimes are literally just kid, like they're like, you have murder charges, right? And murder charges are really serious, but when it involves a minor, a child, you gotta understand that it's a whole new, like, we're talking about a whole new different topic. We're like, it's the same topic, but like a whole new different level. Because yet again, I'm 21, look at my body size, and look at a child. It's, I don't know, like, it's beyond just healthy. Like, you're literally just yet again a parasite. Like, I could go on about this shit, but yeah, I guess a lot of people prefer to have pedophile uncles and, I guess, children than queer kids, which is a thing that makes no sense in modern nature, matter of fact, because yet again, if you look at modern nature with animals literally raping and doing these type of things to infants and their cubs, children, babies, basically, you can see the devastation of it. And even animals, you can really see that they try to protect their children, and usually it's males that do these type of things. You have females also that do these, in, mostly more human, like human based species, but mostly males, because society profits from every single one of these things, and that's the truth. You have to face the truth. We're living in reality. Doesn't matter what the fuck your take is on the topic. The truth is the truth. Even if the truth doesn't come out now, it's gonna come out eventually, and we are at a point yet again where it's literally coming out, and like, they can't do anything about it. Everybody knows who the disgusting people are. But yeah, yeah.